Greetings, greetings, one and all. It's Sunday evening. You know what we do on Sunday evening. Greetings, all. It's the Woman Auxiliary, Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated Woman Auxiliary, local number 26. This Sadi is coming to you live and alive, welcoming all my wonderful studio audience and my listening audience who's on the outside. I want to greet you this evening. A very warm and pleasant good evening to you all, and happy that you all are here with me this evening. And you know what we do on Sunday evenings? We do the news, but most importantly, we like to take stuff from under the rug, examine it, and sometimes we put it back. We used to have a rug until, we had a long story of how it was destroyed. We haven't replaced it yet. So stuff is just hanging out there. So we're just going to pull something. As we continue in the month of March, I want to wish each and every woman a happy March month. Which brings us to our topic this evening. We are discussing Queen Omega and her visit to South Africa and the wonderful warm welcome she got. For those of you all who don't know her, you'll get to know her, and I'm sure my studio audience will fill us in a little more as they are often the brilliant ones are joining. Our topic as well for the evening, since we discussed topics in the news, we are going to discuss the fact that the Pope came out of hospital today. The Pope has been very sick for about 2 weeks now, or maybe a month. It's been some time. We didn't touch on the subject. We heard he was very, very ill. He asked for prayers. Prayers was given by children and concerned adults, and I guess all the millions of Catholics around the world were there to pray for him as well, because he requests that someone pray for him, or prayers be given us at least. This is another topic that we're going to have. The topic we're going to discuss, which is really painful in our community as far as our Black community, is the disappearance of twin boys, later found unalive on a mountain in Georgia. I'm not sure of the pronunciation of the name. I don't know mess up pronunciations, but these are some of the topics we wish to touch on as I welcome my studio audience. So we're speaking of the Pope. I would wait until the further studio audience gets in, and then we talk about Queen Omega, a wonderful songstress. Let's see who else we have in the studio with us this evening. Greetings.
Greetings and blessings, Rastafari, one love.
Greetings. Happy to have you in the studio with us, and welcome. If you heard of our topic this evening, or you just joined us, we are discussing Queen Omega, a visit to South Africa. I don't know if you saw it and the welcome she got, or I don't know if you know who is Queen Omega. And we are discussing the fact that the Pope came out of the hospital today. He have been in there for 2 weeks or something like that. And we are also discussing the disappearance of twin boys that disappeared for a day or so. They missed their trip going to Boston and was later found on a mountain unalive, and they are now deeming it to be murder suicide. So we want our guests to weigh in on the subject, but I'm going to touch on the subject of the Pope. As we know, the Pope has been sick for a while, and he has not been able to hold office, let's say, in the Vatican. So he has been laying in bed. He's been there for quite a while. It has been reported one night, apparently or allegedly, the Pope, he wake up screaming, and he said he saw a portal open and demons were coming through, I guess, to get him. And he has been screaming. So I don't know how many of you all have seen this news, whereby the Pope was in hospital and he made this report. Here we have, my very brilliant journalist Charlie is going to show us on screen the news of what has transpired. So we are seeing a case whereby the pontiff himself, the holy man, who people often pray to, and all of Africa who are bowing down to the Catholic Church, they were up in arms, but praying for the Pope. They think he's going to die because they also reported of his near-death situation, since it has been such a terrible case whereby his respiratory system was under attack. But what we are observing here for this part of the news is the fact that he's good and well right now, which is a good thing as we celebrate life. It's good when someone can celebrate life.
And just now, Pope Francis has spent all night screaming at demons who are trying to drag him to hell, the Vatican has confirmed. 88-year-old Francis remains in hospital battling kidney failure, brought on by double pneumonia. But this battle pales in comparison, posed by the beclawed, soul-eating demons from hell. A spokes-cardinal confirmed that the pontiff had to be sedated last night after screaming, "Get these evil bastards off of me," as a portal to hell opened up at the end of his hospital bed, sparking fears the end is near for the leader of the Catholic Church. And just now, Pope Francis has spent all night.
Well, there we go. Again, thank you so very much, Charlie, for your brilliance in technology. We are able to see, and for my audience who are here with us and for who are listening on, that we are not making up this news, however. We are merely observing the news to see what has happened. So such things, you don't want to go blasphemy against such a very important man that a lot of people praise and worship. But what we are seeing here, a case where who is the Pope going to pray to? Because the demons are coming to get him, or so he said, because he was screaming out, "Get these evil bastards off of me." So somehow the Pope had a big a job than just laying in bed hoping to recover. He had a case of a demonic attack, as he would say, because we all heard the news. Last conversation, we spoke of spiritual awareness and we spoke of applying the things that we see in our life and how it affects us spiritually. If we see a man that is so important, so holy, and yet he is begging for the demons not to take him, we kind of wondering, what kind of company is he holding? Because they know him quite well that they wanted to come and take him. So we are questioning, what company is he really in? At this point in our existence, in this here dispensation, I beg of you all to choose sides. It is very important for us to observe and choose sides. We have come into this type of our life. It has come into this type of our existence where it is necessary for us to choose sides. Which side are you on? The Pope is telling you right now that there are, in fact, demons. So demons are real. Before, we would just hear the teachings of the Almighty God and holiness, and we would have to go to heaven and hell, and we heard all these things. But no one really addresses the fact that demons are real, and we could be affected by demons, and this energy truly comes upon the earth, and it is a situation whereby we have to have the knowledge of such things. So here we are, my beloveds, that we teach about spiritual awareness. We teach of having the experience of strange things happening, and we are bringing to the forefront the facts of the things and matters that were hidden can no longer remain hidden, but must be told. Matters must come to the forefront, matters must be told, and our children, grandchildren, and those younger, inexperienced unaware people that are with us must be told of this knowledge and be given these, what should I say, we have to use them as our weapons of warfare. Because now the time has come whereby the war is not with guns and ammunition. We have entered into a time where we are closing into the end time, because this is a time where it is spiritual warfare. We have known of such a time, we have heard of such a time, but we are experiencing such a time. It is, in fact, spiritual warfare. We are going to see strange things happening upon the earth, but let us know with spiritual awareness, we have to weigh and measure things in a much different way. We have to see things in a much different light, and we have to come to accept the fact that things happen spiritually first before it occurs within the physical plane. So I thank you also very much this evening. I am thankful that my guest is here with me as I welcome him. Would you like to weigh in on this matter,
Blessed
Mr.
love.
Shallow?
Blessed love, definitely.
Welcome.
Enough love and respect and welcome too, yes. We're living in some serious times of prophecy. The Almighty says, before one of my word don't come true, heaven and earth will move. Heaven and earth did not do nothing. So it's the wickedness of the wicked man will be moved. The earth is forever. And the wickedness that the wicked do, them and the wickedness will come to an end soon. And it's not for me to judge, but the Almighty Jah is the judge of the earth. As you say, Empress, we got to choose. Two roads before you. There is hell and there is Zion. Which one you want? It's a free will. Make a choice. For every action, there is reaction. And man cannot hide from his conscience, nor from himself. So in this time, we got to be spiritually aware, spiritually connected to the Most High. And when say spiritually connected, it's all about equal rights and justice, love, and respect for each other. There can't be nothing more than that. Equal rights and justice. Until we all are fed, all of us is hungry. Until all are clothed, all are naked. You understand? It's an all thing. That's why the world is like this. The Almighty Word has to be fulfilled. What is happening? The word is being fulfilling. Relax and get closer to the Zion train. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why all these things happen in earth is because we left our righteous sanctuary, righteousness, and gone into the world of mess. You want what stand on me? I said, we the black people have been vindicted on all kind of bad things because of our color of our skin. You understand? It's like the color of our skin is a crime. You don't have to do nothing. But you know what? We love the Creator more than every nation on earth. We are the children of righteousness, love and truth and rights. God leave us one commandment, love. Love one another. Love one another. Until we start do that, the earth will not prosper nor unite. You understand? So right now, it's a war from morning. Long time this war going on. Good and evil. Right and wrong. So, my people, don't worry yourself. Things and time will take care. Every seed you sow, you're going to reap. So just sow some good seed, man. We, the black people, have gone through so much tribulation. Every day we get up, we're talking about the things that happen to us. We need a solution. We need a solution for that problem. We need to be economically firm, not only economically, everything firm. We need an army to secure the black race. We need an industry to provide for us, blackly. Everything black we need. So we need to come together. Babylon divide and rule us. We need to come together and get back our power. Our power is when we are together. You understand? So enough love and respect for this show, you know. Saying, blessed love.
Thank you so very much for your input in conversation. And as you said, we need to come together. You see what is happening or what has happened for a period of time. We look at Babylon, US, and has been a great country and still is a great country, in fact, whereby a lot of people came to make life better for the almighty dollar. You run after the things and promises and dreams that has been offered in Babylon, US, Babylon, UK, Europe. We see where Black people, Africans, were losing their life crossing great bodies of water trying to get to Europe. What is really happening right now? We can no longer look to the West. A few things has come and happened with this new regime, and it seems, if we are looking on the outside, let's just say, it's like a wicked act that Mr. Trump has removed aid from these various African countries who, quote unquote, are starving and they're waiting patiently for some crumbs just to survive, a little bit of medicine to help the situation with the AIDS. And this is the narrative that has been projected all along as to why US aid has been going into African nations. But thank God for Mr. Trump, it would seem such an awkward situation whereby people would deem it as being wicked of these poor countries and no longer having the help. But Africa is not thinking that way. When we think about unity and about being strong and about being one nation, the majority of Black people are in Africa, the billions. We are scattered and was taken from the continent and scattered. The Caribbean have the next biggest proportion. The US, right now, what they are doing, it is okay. We have to realize it's okay because Mr. Trump is saying, make America great again. He's thinking of his people. Now, we cannot be upset if he's thinking about his people. It has given us a chance for us to wake up and be aware and think about our people. After all, it is the Ethiopian World Federation Women Auxiliary, and we are the Black people of the world. So we have a responsibility on this platform to inform Black people of the world that do not be in dismay or in fear or feel any sort of disdain that a new era has come into being. We, the Black people of the world, ourselves, have to usher in a new era where we, the Black people of the world, will see the success of the Black people of the world and regain our power, our royalty, our sovereignty once more. We are seeing this happening with Burkina Faso. May the Almighty bless Abraham Traore, Mali, Niger. And recently I read in the news that Ethiopia is also joining with the Sahel region, which it's a region of people that lived together once upon a time, together with the people in the Congo, in that region, in a peaceful, royal sort of way. But many things has transpired, and here we are again. This is a time where we can surely see the rise of the Black nation. But we are not seeing the Black nation rising from the West. But that is okay because things are going to take place whereby we will see the power of Africa and most importantly, South Africa. You know, South Africa is going to be very instrumental for we, the Black people of the world, as far as when that mass exodus is going to take place. So it is also written within the scriptures that each man return to his land. We know that the true children of the Most High, and we know we can't call certain names because based on the algorithms, we have so much stories happening. But the true children, the Hebrew Yeshua-ites, they belong to the 12 tribes that were scattered all throughout the earth, and most of them in the United States. In the Caribbean, will have some as well. But this has not gone unnoticed by the Almighty. These tribes have to be gathered within the end time. So, what we are seeing now, Mr. Trump is being used for a certain purpose. We now have to look at things a little differently, taking it from a different angle. There is going to be that time of segregation once more. It has happened. We were not able to experience it, some of us or most of us, but there are people who knows about segregation and they know how it felt. Now, whether segregation is a good thing or a bad thing, we yet could examine that, when we have others on the panel come on to examine it. Because now, are we better by ourselves? It might be a quick yes coming from me, but there are other people to weigh in as well. My studio audience is very wise, they'll weigh in. They seem to be a little late. I spoke to most of them earlier on today, but I don't know what's happening. I was expecting a little more people coming on, but I'm also happy for who came on as well and who's out there listening. I want to greet you and welcome you. We speak of segregation. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? We can do better by ourselves, I'm telling you. And as far as land go and where we belong to the richest land ever. The continent is the richest continent in the world. Every nation could actually fit in there of the size. The maps has been scaled down and also been lied to make Africa appear as smaller than it really is. When Africa can fit America, England, Russia, and all of Europe and still have room for the Caribbean, I would imagine. So all the lies that we have been told, we the Black people of the world, let us accept the truths that are coming out from Mr. Trump. It may be unorthodox, awkwardly done. Let's just say not in a way that we would like it or expect it. But really, if we are going to deal with truths and we're going to accept truths, we got to accept it in whichever way it comes. When the truth has been provided or presented to us, we the Black people of the world, as I said earlier on, we had a stage of preparedness. We have to be prepared for what next is going to come. Just in case what next is going to come can really, really very much affect us. We have to be very much prepared. In so doing, we have the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, the international body, and we are seeking members. Each local is very, very right now much seeking members. We have our elections coming on, which is going to be held in South Africa. South Africa right now is gaining a lot of prominence, and I'm happy for that as well. South Africa, our elections will be held there. A wonderful thing. South Africa is part of our evening conversation where I want to show you Queen Omega and her welcome visit as well. I had a few other people I spoke to earlier on who were happy to come on the show this evening so they can talk about Queen Omega. So I have not seen them as yet. I know everyone who is in the studio will be welcome in the studio and ushered in the studio. So I don't know yet where some of the people are, but we'll continue the conversation. I know our brother is here with us. He waiting to have a conversation. And we spoke earlier on as well to some of the other musicians who came in and who had, well, we spoke earlier on. They're going to come in later on at some point. We have a lot of other discussions of things that we would like to talk about as well. So I have Peter Morris is here with us. It's the end. That's Peter Morris is here with us. So we are hanging out, just the three of us. You know, Charlie's in the engineering room. He's in the background. As I said, I don't know what's keeping people back when I was able to speak with them, and they were so anxious to come on as well.
Blessed
So
love, I'm still here.
I know you're still here. Glad that you're still here. So I was wondering where everybody else has been since I spoke to them earlier on. You know, we are live and alive. We can't keep it waiting on as if it's still, so we have to keep it rolling. But I was
Yeah,
able to say
I
hello
hope
to,
they don't have we call it a bad reception or whatever thing it is.
I don't
Connection.
know. And I know the aliens only take me. So I
Yeah.
prayed about it. So I don't know if it's happening with other people. But
Yes. Yes,
I
the
don't know.
alien has been very busy these days. You know? Yeah. And it seems that they're doing a lot of imitation, you know. Counterfeit. Counterfeit. Yes. Busy,
Well,
busy imitating the human being, you know? Yeah.
even if they come on, we would entertain them because we entertain all, we entertain angels and demons,
Definitely. Definitely.
all,
Definitely.
all guests, all people. We entertain and we have conversation with them. But I was able to. I wonder what happened with Miss Anne because I said hail up to her. She told me last week that her son had asthma or something along that line, and she's taking care of him. But I just reached out to her all the same to say
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah.
And Miss Anne, if you're listening, because I know we'll send you the show later, we want to greet you, say a pleasant good evening to you. We miss you on the show. We love you on the show. And we thank you for the time you spent and the time you came on, so which was also very good. And as I said, what's happening with us as well, that's our music section, which comes on later on in the evening. We have our main musician that is here with us, but we want to inform our studio audience and our listening audience. We are planning our concert for April. It's now cancelled for April 26th as opposed to April 19th, which will give us more time to gather a little more money, gather your fancy clothes, prepare yourself. But I still want you all to circle your calendars. It's going to be April 26th. We will come on at a later date, probably next week, and bring the flyers on so you all can have the address. The time would be from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And we would be bringing the show live as well. The concert, we will be filming it. You'll have a chance to see it or some excerpts of it. But we're going to have a good time with the family. And that is the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated Local 26 musical unit putting on this concert in collaboration with the Woman Auxiliary, who's going to be helping out with the food and the decorations. I spoke to a few women already, so they're on board to help and give that strength. So I'm waiting to see who else is going to join us in the studio, but I don't know what's happening with the other guests. 'Cause the topics I want to get into, I spoke to some of the other guests, and they are very passionate about speaking of that topic. But we speak of Queen Omega as we go in live. So, do you know Queen Omega, Shiloh?
Yes, I have a history of her. Queen
Oh,
Omega.
okay.
Omega.
Let's see if we're
Alpha and
talking.
Omega.
Okay, wait. Let's see if we're talking of the same one because I'm talking about the Queen Omega, the artist from Trinidad and Tobago. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, no. I'm
Okay, so
talking about the Queen Omega from the Solomonic dynasty.
no, no, no. We are
Okay.
talking of this artist. I don't know if it
Okay.
came on your reel on Facebook, uh, oh, on your social media. She went to South Africa last week
Yes.
and she got a welcome. I'll have to send the information. I don't know if my engineer Charlie was able to pull it up, but she got I it was posted by Queen Olabisi on the local 26 page. Were you able to take a look at it? Yes or no?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't get to see it.
All right. So we are well. We know. Well, you come here for the news as well. So Olabisi, she posted it. I spoke to her earlier on. She had an interest in coming on to speak about the Queen. One Queen speaking of another Queen is always a good thing. But Queen Omega, she's an artist, a reggae artist. She is doing excellent because she went to South Africa. And imagine when an artist can go to a country and learn the language and
Sure.
to what's happening, one musician to another, we have to get into this. I just wonder why I disappeared, and this is going to have this type of evening. I cannot even start to believe this. I prayed about this. I hope that we have a smooth running evening and for the other guests to join in as well so we can have our conversation going. So, I speaking of Queen Omega, is a reggae artist.
I heard about her still. I know, still know of her, but I thought you was thinking about the Wayback Dynasty. Yeah, I think I've seen her. She performed for the organization already. Are you there? Not hearing you. Are you hearing me? Yeah, hear me?
Loud and clear.
Are you hearing me?
Wow. Yes,
Seems as
you
if you
go on.
cut off.
I don't know. Wow, this happening to my oh boy, oh boy.
Yes.
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I don't know why I'm jumping off. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. I was not hearing you, but I'm hearing you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. Yeah.
So we're gonna have technical difficulties. I pray that this does not happen.
Well, what is to be must
I
be.
don't know this even to happen.
Chant up some psalms and let Jah rise and all his enemy be scattered and also that hate him flee before him and smoke is driven away. So drive them away and rock them before the fire of the wicked perish at the presence of the Most High. Jah, cut and clear. Yeah. Are you there? Are you there? Cut and clear. Are you there? We are cut and clear. Are you there?
And Nazir Lewis were found shot to death on Bell Mountain Saturday, March 8th. The GBI said its investigation found the deaths to be murder-suicide, but family members dispute that. The GBI says its medical examiner has completed its autopsies of the brothers, but additional forensic tests are pending. Meanwhile, a Towns County commissioner says that volunteer firefighter charged in connection to this case was fired for violating department protocol.
Right now,
And Nazir Lewis were found shot to death on Bell Mountain Saturday, March 8th. The GBI said its investigation found the deaths to be murder-suicide, but family members dispute that. The GBI says its medical examiner has completed its autopsies of the brothers, but additional forensic tests are pending. Meanwhile, a Towns County commissioner says that volunteer firefighter charged in connection to this case was fired for violating department protocol.
right now,
And Nazir Lewis were found shot to death on Bell.
Are you there? Hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Greetings.
Are you hearing me?
Can you hear me? Studio audience.
I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I am. Are you hearing me?
We seem to be having a little technical problems. I hope you can hear me. We just saw the news
I'm
concerning the
saying,
twin brothers that
are you
has
hearing
been
me?
unalive. They missed a flight from Boston and they have been unalive. Okay.
Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Okay.
In the studio, I don't know why it's not part of my plan that I should follow. But this is a story concerning the twin brothers that has been unalive. 19-year-old young black men, and some young black men, I should say, twin brothers that has been taken off the earth mysteriously. This case needs investigation because these children were found 90 miles away from their homes. This has been a very disturbing situation, one that has to be looked at and examined. Our children are disappearing from our eyes, and there is really a great need right now for melanin. I spoke about the fact that it is worth more than gold, and we cannot look away from the fact that the value of our young black men and women. All sort of things are told concerning the fact of black and the derogatory remarks that are made and the unimportance of being black. But we are here and we know what time it is. And we are here on this platform to emphasize really what time it is, to show up for each other, seeing that it takes a village. It's very, very crucial when our black children go missing without a trace, let's say, or sometimes in mysterious circumstances, you hear murder, suicide. Twin boys, they love each other. So that story does not make much sense at all, at all, at all. Their aunt and their uncle is very, very much torn apart with this information that does not seem, to satisfy anyone, seeing that it's still a mystery. What has really happened, we ought to know and ought to find out, and we ought to investigate. So we will not let this rest until we find out what has happened. However, a fireman or volunteer fireman, he was distributing pictures of the dead kids. He believed he saw the dead bodies, took pictures, and was distributing those pictures. What has really happened, we really don't know, but the investigation has led to a case where they deem it as murder suicide. We are not going to buy that. We know something more sinister has happened, and our black children are in danger because of their value. So we have to protect our children, our village, our community, by checking them out one by one, being vigilant in your community, in your district, and understanding what has transpired. So here we are this Sunday evening. I don't know if all is hearing us. We were having a few technical difficulties. Charlie, can you hear me? Charlie, are you able to hear me?
Yes, you're coming through loud and clear.
Okay, very well. So just a small company this evening, just two people hanging out this evening. I don't know. I think I need another phone to call people up, but that's
You
what's
have
happening.
people. You have people in the studio, but they can't come on stage because their camera or mic isn't on.
Oh, but at least you can give me the name so I could read them. Would
The,
that be possible?
the names that we have visiting with us in the studio is Jay, and the other person is Desma, Desma.
Okay, so Desmond and Jay, you're in the studio, but you have to put your camera on and your mic on so we can bring you in to have the conversation. I welcome you, Jay. I'm looking forward to seeing you and looking forward to seeing you as well, Desmond. So please, if you all can hear me, put your camera on and your mic on. Just go to the bottom of your screen and you would see the camera and the mic, the information there. You can hit on it and come on. So this will be very good if you all can do so. I am not able to come off my phone to put you on, so I do hope you all can come on. I welcome you all very much that you all can do so. And okay, someone else able to come in, right? Is that Jay? You want to say greetings?
Hi, Sadie. It's Desma.
Okay. Hi, Desmond. Okay, we were trying to get you in, but your camera was off and your mic was off, so that's why you were unable to
Yes.
come in. All right.
Okay.
So that's what's happening. Who else are we able to get Jay in? Jay, your camera is off and your mic is off. So if you look at the bottom of your phone, you can just click on your camera or your mic and we let you into the studio. So we know that you're there with us, but we just want to bring you into the studio. So adjust your camera and your mic. And we are having this conversation this evening about the two young men who disappeared from us. Yeah. So, Miss Desma, are you able to weigh in on this conversation? You heard about the topic?
Um, yes, I would weigh in on it. I want to find out how far where they live because I didn't really watch it too close, and where they live and how far they found the bodies.
Okay, what I do understand, they was supposed to they missed a flight from Boston, and where they find the bodies were 90 miles away from where they live. That's what I understand from the news.
So when they leave Boston, they was going home or going someplace else.
I have no idea of that, so that's still in the mysteries. They
So
never
where
made
they
it
live
home.
in Boston, they live in Boston itself.
No, they live in Georgia, but they were found 90 miles away in Georgia from where they actually live, up on a mountain called Bell Mountain, a place that their aunt, I don't know if she's a person taking care of them, she said they never even visited there before. They don't know that area. So it makes it a little bit suspicious.
You think right? And they might be. But what I'm saying, if you going there to visit, when you reach in the airport and you land or whatever, they don't have the aunt number to call or something.
Well, this is why, we are here this evening. We like to pick up the news because we are watching two kids, our children, two melanated
Right.
souls, 19-year-old, two beautiful children that are accustomed being with each other. And on this special evening, just never made it home. So as to what happened is truly the mystery.
You could, yeah, you could come. Right here, the gate. Yeah, the door. Yeah, just open it on top. Yeah.
Okay, Desmond. So you're live. So you want to weigh in on the young man.
Curiosity. All right.
Okay, it is live TV. And as again, I
Mhm.
want to say, we welcome each
Yes,
and
yes.
everyone who's here with us. And
Hi,
we
welcome
know that
you. Yes,
Jay
yes.
is back with
That's all
us.
right. Sunday, so it was probably closed early.
Jay is here with us. We hoping he could put on his mic and his camera so we can bring him into the studio. But we're happy that he's here. And Desmond is here with us as well. And Peter Morris is here with us. We are so very happy. We are discussing this evening's conversation about these two young men that disappeared on their way home. It would seem they never made it home, but they were found unalive on a mountain, Bell Mountain, in Georgia, 90 miles away from where they live. The investigation has deemed murder suicide to close this case. With us, it doesn't sit so right with the aunt and the uncle of these two young men who seemingly just disappeared and just turned up in a strange place. It's not sitting well with them at all. So for the back,
Unless if
go
when
ahead.
they land, if somebody, if nobody came to pick them up and somebody offered them a ride.
Well, I know
Because
all of, what
so
I'm
you
saying.
know, go
Go ahead,
ahead.
Desmond. Now I'm
What I'm
saying
saying,
everywhere
if
has cameras.
right, so nobody didn't pick up nothing on the camera.
It
They
does seem good. That's why we're watching the story so carefully.
Because if they come from the airport, somebody had to pick them up. Some phone call had to be made. But most likely, if they found miles away, they had to get a ride. They couldn't walk to where they died. So somebody had to pick them up
That is
or they hitch
correct.
a ride. Yeah. I mean,
That is correct. Somebody would have picked them up from
somebody had to pick them up or
from
they
the
hitch a
point they
ride.
were for them to end up where
Where
their
That's
bodies
right.
ended up.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Most
Mm-hmm.
definitely. So anyone else want to weigh in on this conversation? Okay, so what we do, we keep it moving
Bless that
along.
love.
Oh, okay, so I'm so sorry. You go ahead. Sorry. Welcome.
Yes, yes. In these times of trial, we, the Ethiopian black people of the world, must be very careful. Trust only the Most High. We can't trust these people in this world. You see what they do to us? Everything that the black man, you think the black man could go into our next country and want to take it over? But they came into our country and want to take over all we have. So, black people, protect yourself and your children and your nation because there is no proper security for us apart from the Almighty. We have to rise up, unite, and protect ourselves. Solve our problem for ourselves because we are not safe. We are endangered species. It's like you can kill a black man and get away with it. And you can't kill a bird out of his season and get away with it. So we have to unite and be very careful, protect our family, our children, our loved ones. Because the greatest love is loving yourself.
disappeared before they found them. Can't hear anything.
We has a big concern that these two black men has disappeared and has not showed up at any place. What is really going on with our black children? We have to pay attention. It's a different time now. These are very valuable specimens, seeing that it has recently been found out that melanin can be used in various parts of technology now, and you know where melanin comes from, only one place. So there's value in this black skin, and this whole black being and this black experience has now changed into a different one. We have now to be so careful of theft, which will be now theft of person. Your kidneys, your lungs, your liver, and not your skin, your very essence of who you are, the melanated one, have to be super careful. We have gotten to this stage. How we got to the stage, we really don't know. What we know is happening. There's something mysterious going on as far as young black men and women, but young black children, our children, are going missing. It's really being underplayed and trying to be kept out of the news. But when it has become too overwhelming, they have no choice. Because I have heard some cases that has not made the news that were just exchanged within the village conversation. But we are paying attention now. There was a time within this history of sundown towns, which I don't know about on a personal level, but I was hoping the young lady who was actually living in this town, she just moved last week. It's a special town in Texas, but she was giving me the story. I was hoping that she came on so she can give you the story since she lived it. And this is 2024, 2025, we're in. That there's a feeling of uneasiness that comes about when a certain hour comes. Now, the history, I would have liked someone who actually lived it to tell me, this is where we miss out with Dr. Robinson, but, I think if Charlie is not too busy, he can weigh in. But there was once upon a time sundown towns, whereby, as I said, a certain hour of the evening, it became very uneasy for the melanated ones. I had a friend just left a certain area in Texas. I don't want to quote the area and be wrong. I hope she was here to tell us. And she said, it's all right, but she look around and for the safety of her young daughter, who does not see anybody else who looks like her, in growing up, it might be a bit uncomfortable. So we are seeing a case where 2025, two young black men gone missing, and this is very, very suspicious. We know the value of our children. They were intelligent youths, handsome young men, of course, healthy. They look very healthy. And we could tell that there would have been a vested interest in having them destroyed for another person's gain, which of course is not really fair, but here, who's talking? What we see sometimes, we wonder. We are in this special time now. So I welcome each and everyone to the show. A small group is in-house. Who is here? We got to remind you to take your mics off if you're not speaking and turn your cameras on if you're not getting to the studio. And we welcome you. Each and every one is Sunday evening. It's Sadi Gomez of Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated coming to you live on this wonderful Sunday evening. So we discussed the young men that are no longer with us. It's a real heartbreak to lose our young people like that. Anyone else want to weigh in on this conversation for the evening?
Yeah, let me add this for a second, and
We
and
welcome you.
and that is this. More and more of these things are happening. Excuse me. More and more of these things are happening. We've been hearing about our black children being hung. They've been finding them from the hanging from trees. These two young men, they done took them somewhere and murdered them. And then you have this fire department, these people that are supposed to be civil servants. But he's a fireman, and he's taking pictures of the bodies, taking pictures of the crime scene and sharing them as if there's some type of trophy or something. So there's something that's going on, and we need to be conscious of it, and we need to start preparing ourselves that this doesn't escalate especially with the climate that we're living in now. This climate that we're living in now, and everything that's going on in America, we got people talking about reissuing segregation, right? And so this whole Jim Crow energy is coming back again, right? So we saw it coming because we've been through it before. We knew what was happening, and we had seen all of the signs. They talk about this other kid that was out, a grown man actually was out with some friends, some white friends, and they ran into some other white people in the woods, and they was going to take him and hang him, and the people he was with ain't do a damn thing about it.
That's right. He went down the river.
This is the climate that we're living in. And another point that you made that is extremely important, right? They're finding a lot of these people, a lot of black people murdered. And when they go to do the autopsy, there's no internal organs in them. They've been removed like parts of a TV. They've just been taking them out. So we got to be conscious. We got to understand that there's something different going on that some of us haven't experienced before, and that there's a new element that's happening here in this country. And if we don't start making our strength known, we're going to be back to the same thing again. And every week we're going to be talking about this one missing, that one missing. Listen, on our Friday night show that we do, the Neo Report, we talk specifically about this. And this seemed to have been done in all indications. This was done by some, we don't know, but we don't know if it was authorities or neighbors or just some racist people, some white people that did this. But we've been talking about how many unarmed black men are killed in America by the police every year. On an average, it's over 25 black men killed in America every year. That's a black man every 14 days. And that's just by the police. We see that they're getting bolder and bolder. We see that we're now seeing new Nazi groups that's coming out. Right? They trying to march and they got their Nazi signs and stuff. And then when you look at the extra footage, you'll find out that the police is with them. That the police is the one that escorted them. It's the police the ones that helped them get out of the U-Haul that they was hiding in. It was the police that took them back to get some of their stuff because they're all in it cahoots together. So we as a people, we better wake up. We better wake up. We better get smart. We better start playing smart. We better put all our little idiosyncrasies aside, all of these things that we have allowed our colonizers to use to divide us, because right now there's some stuff that's going on that we better be ready for. These two young men are only a sign. Okay? These two young men is only a sign, an indication of what's coming down the pike. You better go get your permit, your carrying permit, all right, so that you prepare. Because I swear to God, I'm not going by myself. Somebody coming with me. Now, we don't know all of what happened or how these boys got up on that mountain, but it's nefarious in just general. And so we need to be conscious of these things, all right? And if we have an internet presence, if we know people that know how to get around the internet, that know how to do the research, get out there. That information about what happened to these boys is out there. Somebody know. With all of the AI, with all of the Google, with all of the information and all of the way that they find out everybody else, we need to be on this. We need to be on this so that we can get justice and satisfaction and closure for these two young men and their family.
Shall I say something?
Look like our host fell out, so I'll cover until she get back. Oh, here she go now. Yes, you can say something.
Most definitely. I was waiting to tell you Black Eye is in the house want to come
You all
in.
hearing me?
Yes. Welcome.
Yes.
I agree somewhat of the person who spoke before, who just spoke, but we have to
That was
remember,
Charlie.
oh Charlie, okay, we have to remember what's going on. It was always there. It's we ourselves, we get laid back. The lynching was always there. It just take a next picture, a next term, but it was always there, nothing changed. So when I see these things happen, I know that it was always there. It's just a new picture, new technology, but it was always there. It's in their DNA, and that's what's going on. So these things doesn't surprise me personally. We have a people of color, we get laid back.
Bless her, bless her.
And we get laid back,
One second.
and then we tend to trust the other counterpart. We put on our barriers and we get laid back. And that is what they want. We get too laid back, we get too friendly. We're not conscious, we're not being aware. So when these things happening, it's like, okay, oh my God. We're not vigilant as how we used to. And I
Very
think that
well
is
said, sis. What's really happening in our communities? We have to now, you know how it takes two to raise a child and a village to raise a child. We have to get
right.
back to that old African way whereby the
Mm-hmm.
village is knowing
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. So our children just don't go missing because now they are looking for organs. And we have to be very well aware what they're after. They're after our melanated parts, you know, kidneys, hearts, livers, lungs. It's all up for sale.
But
And
I
a
think
few
the other
people were
incident with
arrested as
that
well. Go ahead.
recently, the other incident with that recently in Trinidad, where they found this young man or young woman and the organs were missing. So what I'm saying is nothing new. Normally, years ago, It was carrying it, well, maybe in Africa or whatever. But now it's expanded. So we always have to be vigilant since the slave trade. And nothing changed. They might change the clothes, yes, but nothing changed. Nothing changed even right here I mean, in Brooklyn. You caught up somewhere, you know, where you're not, well, I won't say not you're supposed to be, but people mess with you. So,
While you're
what,
here with us, I want you to weigh in on our other topic with the Pope. Were you able to touch that conversation? The
wait,
Pope,
yeah, I'll touch on the Pope, but before,
yes,
with this, just last week I went to jury duty. And when you go to jury duty, you have to go through all this set of camera and this scanning and whatever, whatever. So I
yes,
always have my spray in my bag, my spray, just in
your
case. You never
your
know.
perfume.
So, so they took it out and thing, and they still, when I when I went through, they still searched me. So I turned and I told the officer, I said, "You find anything?" I said, "Well, you can't find what you can't see." I said, "Could you see the Holy Spirit?" He looked at me. He wasn't expecting that. We don't walk alone. So he's like, "No, you're right. You can't see. You don't know who coming in with me." So it's like I have him scratching his head. I left him to think. So
Well,
these things,
that's some. Sorry.
these things, we had to put God in the forefront. You can't tackle these things just with physically, because these things, remember, we treading against spiritual forces too. Because these people, they're not working alone, and we have to remember that they're not working alone. So that's what I'm saying. It's always good to be vigilant. Your children going out, you going out, you do whatever you have to do. Keep it moving. You understand? That is the things that we lack of. We get too laid back. Because in the foreparents or ancestors, they're not sending their children like that. They also do something or whatever they had to wear or whatever. So that was just my take on it. So concerning the Pope,
Wait, what I wanted to ask you is the Pope said that he saw the demons coming to get him. So I was wondering what kind of communication he has with them that they want to come to get him.
well, could be in his imagination, or could be certain things that he suppressed, where he know is true and not revealing. Because if he know a lot of stuff, and if he reveal, he go be in trouble. And that will open the next can of worms. So that's why you could say that they're coming to get him. Because it's more to it just sitting down there and reading something and doing something. He know a lot of stuff. Remember, these things is order. He
Yes.
ain't just sitting down there just so.
So it just helped me to understand when you said you don't know who we're walking with. Because
No.
with him, you know, he, he's walking with some very heavy material, I should just say. So
Mm-hmm.
when you know when you play with these sort of big boys, sometimes they come to get you because when they have an assignment and your job, you have not completed your job, you could
Mm-hmm.
often find that they may come to get you. But what is really
Mm-hmm.
happening, however, because I'm going to drop it here on this show because you know what we do on Sundays, this has been very ritualistic in the fact that he was lying there. It's a big ritual that has been going on while he was lying there. Because what happened, they put him into the hospital simply because if anything go wrong, they could be able to revive him really speedily. Everybody thought he was
Mm-hmm.
going to die, but he has a lot of job left and life left because he has to come to fulfill the one world order, which will be that
Mm-hmm.
mark of the beast, which we'll come into knowing, into being. And this will be a case whereby he will be instrumental in being that person together with Barack Obama. You all heard me. And that will
Mm-hmm.
be what is going to take place for the coming of time when we have to experience the new world order. So he was
Mm-hmm.
there, and that was a ritualistic ceremony. And the hospital was the right place in case his heart goes out. He's about 80 something. So this is what is going to be done. People thought he was going to die. He ain't going anywhere. There is a little more destruction that has to be done, and there are few people that is placed for this type of destruction. So we watch that the fact that he has come out of the hospital today and he is well and dandy. It is that the ritual has been totally completed and he is free now to go, because it's a case whereby you would understand this conversation when they talk about mounting a spirit upon you. So
Mm-hmm.
this was done, and these fellas don't play with no little boys. They play with some big fellas like Akunakum and some ancient pharaohs that they deal with within the mysteries of things. So what we
Right.
saw was not a case of the Pope was going to die, but a simple ceremony that was done, ritualistic, and they mount the spirit upon him. This is for our end time. Read the book of Revelation, we see how this thing played down. So everybody is taking up positions right now, and let us not be dismayed. The fact that Mr. Trump himself has been placed in a position whereby, he's the big mouth one. So when he speaks, we better be careful and listen to know of what is happening. Because should there have been somebody else there, we would have been living in darkness and in blindness and thinking, oh my God, we're so happy, everything is so jolly. But we would not have been knowing the truth. So as
Right.
I said, this is where we are for this evening. So we welcome each and every one on our conversation who wants to join in. And I just want to make mention that Black Eye was in the house. I don't know if I tell him to put his camera on so we can bring him in. So Charlie Black Eye was trying to get in, don't let the rain fall on him, and we bring him in. So Black Eye, we welcome into our nice warm studio as soon as your mic is on your
Yeah,
phone.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
All right, you here? Okay, so blessed love. I see Charlie brought you in, so we're happy that you're here. You want to weigh in on the subject of the Pope?
Well, the news that I got, I heard the news that he passed. That's the news that I got.
When?
Just like an hour ago.
An hour ago?
So yeah, I was talking to a Virgin, and he was telling me that he passed. So I have to check the internet and see if he's alive still.
Well, you see, this is live TV, so this morning. I heard he came out of the hospital,
So he probably alive then. He probably alive.
so that was this morning. But the things are moving on so fast, so we will have to check the kind of 10 o'clock news and bring it back on the next day. But so far, if anybody knows, but maybe Charlie will give us some information before the show is done. But I don't think he going anywhere. But all the same, also too, we spoke of the twin boys that disappeared and were found unalive in Bell Mountain in Georgia. You know about that?
Yeah, I heard about it, and I want to give in a take. So basically, that's just American tradition that's been going on from who knows when. Because I keep on telling people, right? A brain is worth quarter million, and your heart is worth 500,000. So it's easy for these celebrities sometimes and these rich people when they don't drink and sniff and do all that thing, and they need a new kidney or liver, and they find a match. Sometimes that match is what I'm saying is a regular person. I know they gotta find a regular person that's willing to kill you, and who's better to kill you than the cops and get away with it?
Well, truly said. But in these kind of situations, what I understand is even more gruesome than we think, because I understand that it's these organs transplant or when they're stealing the organ, the victim actually has to be alive for them to steal the organ. And then they kill you. So you can imagine how gruesome it's really. So they would perform that type of surgery, So that victim, he would be lying there. So that's what I'm thinking. Doctors are involved in this because you cannot damage the organ
Exactly.
in trying to get it. Yes. So this is the serious case, and the victim has to be alive. So we are seeing a big ring that needs to be broken and it will be exposed. But the victims here are our black children. They are really the victims. So this is where we are this evening and we are waiting on this. So as we have the musicians in the house and the hours moving up, I want to welcome the
Soul and jazz.
conversation for Queen Omega. Is anyone else there with us that would like to say hello? Okay. So what is happening is we want to speak of Queen Omega. Black Eye, you know Queen Omega?
Yes, she reached Africa and she get a
Right.
warm
So
welcome in Africa.
give us a little talk on that because that's what I seem like Ireland was talking about
So
it.
Queen Africa is a Trinidadian artist, right?
Queen Omega, yeah.
Yeah, she's a very powerful chanter, and our biggest fan base was in South Africa. And for all these years, because of COVID, she didn't get when she blew up, past COVID, I'm saying she didn't get a chance to go. She went to other places, but she never went a chance to get to where her biggest fan base is. And somehow they've been waiting on her, waiting on her appearance. And when she came out, they surprised her with a crowd. I think over 1,000 people came out waiting for her.
Yes, this was fantastic because they came at the airport and what was really remarkable uh, from the video I watched, because a lot of people took videos, I saw some white people asking other black people who she was.
Yes.
And I heard one black person say, "Why don't you Google it?" I find that was so funny. So, we see a queen arrive and the greetings that she was given.
And
So,
it's history. It's the first time a reggae artist, which is a woman, beside I would say beside Judy Mowat. Not even Judy Mowat get a warm welcome like that. I think Rita Marley probably the only one get a warm welcome
the
like that from
Malis,
Africa.
yeah.
Yeah, so besides the Mali, is the first time an artist that's not mega or international, which is just a woman being natural. She didn't have to bow out or sell out. She didn't have to sing the slackness, or she didn't have to, I'm saying, sell out her soul, our morals and stuff like that. She kept it her integrity right, and she's a Rasta woman, a roots woman. It's the first time a woman like that ever get a seen any form of salute for being a good woman.
Well, this is. I'm so happy this came from you, Black Eye, because the first time we have seen a woman of substance, a woman of integrity, a woman of the cloth, truly a woman of the Almighty God, get such a salute and a welcome. It
Yes.
was not slackness lyrics she had to sing. She didn't have to go and lay down with enough man to get she position. She get the Almighty God blessed her. And when we see a woman of such substance, we speak of the virtuous woman. And for that, I was so, so happy and joyous. And apart from the fact that she came from my country, I don't want to boast too much, but I really,
But you
really
need to
felt.
boast. You need to boast. Because I love Trinidad people and I'm always a Trinidad from morning. Yeah, man. Sometimes you have to say on you go and bad one already. But I say we love Trinidad. I love my Trinidadian people, man.
Well, that's how the thing set up. But I was really happy as a woman, and if we still in the International Women's Month of March. She really put the cream, she gave us the ice cream with the cake because to feel that pride. Because what we have been seeing from the black women is a whole set of nakedness. A black woman have to be almost whorish to be recognized and be important, but we see a woman who, natural black woman, a woman who understands the Almighty God and her integrity, and a woman of substance, not a woman whoring with naked body clothes and don't know her stages or her integrity. So when we see such grace, such beauty, such charm, we know the Almighty has truly blessed her. As a woman, we can look at to show a woman in the light. Not a woman in darkness, but a woman in the light. You can almost feel her energy, her vibration, and we see the love that was given to her in South Africa. It was remarkable. And of course, we see the other video with the bingy, which make me feel, oh my God, how they invite me to this, because this was really spectacular. I felt the energy with the drums and everything. So Africa, we salute you. We love you. Soweto, we are happy that you were able to show our sister such great love. And Queen Omega, we thank you so very much for giving us yourself and an example that our young Black women could be led into such victory. See that you're a woman just 43 years old and understand it so well of how women should present themselves. So it's a joy in my heart for Queen Omega. Really, really happy to rejoice up at this moment. We give thanks. Anybody else want to weigh in on this conversation? We welcome each and every one here with us. Anybody else want to say, greet us, say hi?
You
Anyone?
hearing, you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. What I want to say concerning with the Pope and everything what's going on today. Remember, this is not a carnal battle. This is a spiritual battle, a spiritual warfare. And we always have to be vigilant, not in our household, but in the surroundings. We always have to be aware. So when we hear things like that happening, we wouldn't be surprised. You know, we have to be very, very vigilant. And people, especially our people, as I said before, we get too laid back. We tend to go along with the system and not go to God first.
Right.
You know, everything is about the system and Trump. I don't care what Trump do. I know the God that I'm serving. And I know he's the only one who run things. So I don't care what Trump could do as much as he want, but as not as long as he want. But God put him there to shake us up. Because we get too laid back. So now people like trying to run for this and doing this and doing that. It should be done long time. You know, so you had to say, well, you know what, let me send somebody to shake them up a little bit, to let them know, well, look, listen, this is our time and we have to be more vigilant and do whatever we have to do. But we always have to have God to fight this battle. We cannot fight it. I don't care how much guns we have, how much protest we make, how much march we do. We had to have him there because he's the only one who run things.
Definitely. Is this Miss Donna Gomez? Desma, I heard you and I'm going to pick you up on that spiritual conversation. Is this Donna Gomez?
Yes, it is, my dear.
Okay, so hi, how you doing, sis?
I'm good.
I had
And
to
you?
turn my camera just to see you properly. So now for you, Desmo, I like what you just said concerning the battle is not a carnal battle, but a spiritual battle. Because we have gotten into a serious time whereby we have to understand and observe all things happen spiritually before it happens carnally. So if we are not able to detect spiritually what is going on, we will not be able to fix things carnally.
Mm-mm. You're
Right.
right.
So for this evening, as we move on, and I speak of Happy Woman History Month, I want to welcome my panel sister, Miss Donna Gomez from Trinidad and Tobago, into our conversation. She's here with us, and I thank you for coming on, Sissy. I am having an echo, imagine. Talking and somebody's talking right after me. So, you know Queen Omega,
It's all right.
Miss Donna?
Pardon, I don't hear you.
Queen Omega from Trinidad.
I think about her, I don't know her personally.
Well, I can tell you that partying too much. Okay, so Queen Omega, artist from Trinidad and Tobago, reggae artist. She went to South Africa and she got such a beautiful welcome. She locked down the airport. Everybody was there to greet her. They had a Naya Bingi for her in Soweto. And we really, really saluting a woman of grace and beauty and charm. A woman who, as we would say, burn a fire upon all unrighteousness with such grace. So we had a few others who know her at Wayne as well. So we also spoke about the Pope and the fact that he's out of the hospital now and what he is doing. But as this hours, as we move on, we covered most of our conversation. We like to welcome our artists who are here with us to give us a little bit of something that's happening because we are having a concert on April 26th. It was supposed to be on the 19th, but we changed to April 26th, and we have our musical guest in the house, and we are having two special guests also. I do understand that we have some big names coming up, but the musicians will be able to tell us who these people are. So is Black, are you here with us? Okay, so Shiloh, you here with us? Where did my musicians go?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
well, who is here with us? Be happy still because it's Sunday evening. You know what we do
Hi,
on this
Nadai.
program.
Nadai.
Oh, okay. So now we have Empress Nada. She's from Jamaica. She's here with us. Beautiful voice. Empress Nada, I welcome you. You know, we missed you last
A
week, but
blessed
I don't
night
want
to
to spend
everyone.
too much more time talking, so I will let you entertain us. We welcome you this evening.
Well, blessed. Thank you for having me here. Yeah. Blessings to all of you. Yeah. Getting a little feedback here now. They want a performance now.
Clarify.
Yes, I.
Hello?
Yeah, man.
Yes, 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 sister.
I'm not hearing properly.
Yes, sister. You can do the performance.
It's giving. Okay. Well, the song that I'm going to perform, it's a song talking about the fathers them not taking care of their children. Yeah, that is happening all over the world, especially where I'm living here in Jamaica. This title of the song is It Not Easy. It not easy. The woman who wash women and ten picnic. And the baby like the crib and boy for bread. Oh, no think it easy. That no please way. No way. Man, how do feel? Figure the lady pregnant and no prepare no meal. Have your little daughter, what now would feel? Your little son, I wait from coming. Have your little people, them not see. That it not easy. Two months to wash him man and ten picnic. And the baby in the crib and back the bread. Who no think it easy? That no please way. No way. Yeah. I'm going to give you a next one. Best of
Yes,
me love
Empress.
you and me not tell you no lie. Mama listen no woman no cry. Me love you and me not tell you no lie. Why? I tell myself that I will never love again. But it happened. Why? Me have to stand firm in a this a love God. Me have to walk good in a this a love God. Me have to talk good in a this a love God. Me have to bubble good in a this a love God, baby. So me no want no trouble. Take it easy, because of you alone please me. Why? Why? Listen, me love you and me not tell you no lie. Mama, listen, a woman no cry. Me love you and me not tell you no lie. Why? You give me sweet, sweet, sweet loving. Nighttime, you me body calling. Rain a fall, breeze a blow. Hold me tight, never let me go. Run your fingers through my naughty hair. Need a lover, don't need a shutter. Need a man to love me up proper. What I run up for me lying down river. Me say me love you and me not tell you no lie. But Molly say no woman no cry. Me love you and me not tell you no lie. Why? Yeah, bless her. Yeah.
Yes, Empress. I like that selection, Empress. I like that one. No woman no cry. Eh?
Yeah, bless her.
We want a man to love us right. That's
Yeah, yeah, this
exactly what we're
song.
asking for.
Yeah, real.
Okay, so as we're moving along, Empress, we started with you, but I have the two other artists in the background. So, um, Black Eye, you want to go first or Shiloh ready?
No problem.
Okay.
Good night, people. Black eye. Could you hear me good?
Yes, I.
All right. So I want you right now at Jamaica, you have a little thing, where it's like a tradition thing, So I do this one called C16 because a lot of women, it's even proven scientifically because of certain statistic of how the Williams syndrome affect the black woman them. A lot of black women mentally never grow past 14-year-old. And we see that in Jamaica. You see the way your woman is mature, not every woman get a chance to be mature like that. I know if you think outside from out of a 14-year-old thinking, you know? So learning this song is called Sweet 16, as in a lot of women is still living like they sweet 16, you know? So it's like this. I tell you, sweet 16, she no look like her age, broke out, panda, slow, she every man a give a pitch, live a life reckless, she no plan for no change, she alone want take on, 10 bull up in a cage, a sweet 16, she no look like her
Hot like
age,
a
broke out,
fire.
panda, slow, she every man a give a pitch, live a life reckless, she no plan for no change, she alone want take on, 10 bull up in a cage, yo, sometimes it look like man she no use so, cause she a sex man like a man she no use so. Not only her body but her mind them abuse so. Been with over 50 man, no she no look like she used so. Them say I know she alone, all like to reflex loose so. Battery or what they say she never do the fuse so. Rush she did want it, plus that she used to but lie them me tell some more sexual abuse so sweet 16. She no look like a age broke out panda slow she every man want to pitch live a life reckless, she no plan, fin no change, she alone want take on 10 mull up in a case, sweet 16. She no look like her age, broke out, panda slow, she every man want fi pitch, live a life reckless, she no plan, fin no change, she alone want take on 10 bull up in a cage, wow, sometimes it look like she no care about herself, different thing from different people, she a care about herself, me will never do that, she a swear about herself, I take 10 different man and gone tear out herself, yo, she a go out in the street from what is make people all ask she no afraid fi catch ears. She a take man, she a take them in a raid. So much man round her back imagine panda front eight sweet 16. She no look like a age broke out panda slow. She every man want fi pitch. Live a life reckless. She no plan fi no change. She alone want take on 10 bull up in a case sweet 16. She no look like a age broke out panda slow. She every man want fi pitch. Live a life reckless. She no plan fi no change. She alone want take on 10 bull up in a cage. You know, and you don't know.
Fire.
She could be
Sweet
18 living like
16.
16, make her sweet 16. She could be 27 living like 16, make her sweet 16. She could be
Never grow up.
35, you know,
You never grow up.
never grow up. Our next one, after the
Yes, I.
herbalist,
Next one.
you know. Because for a long time, I fight against herbs, and I don't know why, I know them realize, say, here we go now. We can make more money off of it than them, so them legalize it for tax we have for our thing. Which don't, I don't like that, but we have to work with it. So I want for the herbalist them. You know, because people always a complain about Rasta, we have so much free time, but we are now we do a blaze this herb. So we have to do a shoot for them. Tell them. As some say we place crazy girl in water. Some say we do it like a water. How to say I love to get high. If in my life I've let pass us by, girl, hail is the last I will blaze crazy girl in water. Some say we do it like a water. How to say we love to get high. Living a life, have life pass by here, hail Empress only night. How you can find high, flying real high in the center of the sky. Well, how high am I? Well, I no need to lie. But every time I open up my eye, I see a planet pass by. It's the 23rd of July, the hottest day in the sky. Them say Earth strong for the Emperor of Ethiopia. I Selassie I from November 1st he was crowned with his Empress owning high. Them tell you high no high, I lie them a lie. Cause I blaze crazy gal in water. Some say we do it like a water. How they say we love to get high. Living a life, have life pass us by. Hill Empress owning I will blaze crazy gal in water. Some say we do it like a water. How to say we love to get high. Living a life, have life passes by. Hail Eli Selassie I. But if you blaze like us, you high like all the time. I'm still trying to wonder why it was a crime. You have you checking on yourself like everything fine. When cigarette and alcohol kill millions combined. Well, I will never stop, no one then me take a pause. Standing unheard, but my head is on Mars. I'm a mama, son, I live amongst the stars. My daily activity, my lungs got the scars. Cause I plays crazy gal in water. Some say they do it like a water. How to say we love to get high. Living a life, have life passes by. He'll have persona night. You know? Yeah, out there.
We loving it, Black Eye. We
Yeah, man.
loving it.
I feel
If
sing
you
one.
want to give us another one, we take
Yeah,
it,
man.
you know.
I feel, man, I feel sing one for the woman, you know, can't live out the woman, them, you know what I say?
Yeah, left one you on them.
Yeah, man, I want to know, so I want to for my mother, you know? All the woman and my mother with them have children and that. So I just try to say, Hadasa, our mama said there will be days like this, there will be times like this, mama say, K. Oh, mama said there will be years like this, there will be moments like this, mama say, K. Well, she teach me while I grow, she say, get something in your head, you know, ho, 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 ho. They can't take from you what you know. Get something in your head, you know. When mama say, what mama say? Son, don't forget what she say, cause when she talk what she say, they may ask what she say. One day you will learn what she talk from today. When mama say, what mama say? Daughter, don't forget what she say, cause when she talk what she say, they may ask what she say. One day you will learn what she talk from today. My mama go work at night and come home in the morning. Every single day my mama still is warning. Say some of the works that her son is performing. No, she's afraid that Bobby wrong will harming. Yo, I'm in a straight, yo, me no in and a calming. Yo, I if a war, I a bingy we war in 97. My check a trip and left and go foreign. Got to help mama from the state, papa left foreign. And when mama say, what mama say? Her son don't forget what she say, cause when she talk what she say, them a ask what she say. One day you will learn what she talk from today, daughter. When mama say, what mama say. Oh, daughter, don't forget what she say, cause when she talk what she say, them a ask what she say. One day you will learn what she I tell you, my mother, strong black woman, my mother cutie is a strong black woman because my mother, strong black woman, I big up every black woman. What is a strong black woman because my mother, strong black woman, my mother cutie is a strong black woman because my mother, strong black woman, I big up every black woman. What is a strong black woman because my mother, strong black woman, my mother cutie is a strong black woman because my mother, strong black woman, I big up every black woman. What is a strong black woman because your mother, strong black woman that does a love all your mother. She's a strong black woman because when mama say, what mama say? Oh, son, don't forget how what she say, 'cause when she talk, what she say, them her hearts, what she say. One day you will learn what she talk from today. Yeah, man. Black Eye did.
Yeah, Black Eye, we have to salute you and give you. But this moment was very special because Black Eye, my sister, is on board and she has 8 beautiful children. So she's a strong black woman. So I know this song I would dedicate it to you, Miss Donna Gomez.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank
So I don't know if you want to comment on the artist. You want to comment on the artist, Miss Donna?
No love.
Okay, maybe she can't hear me. Maybe you have to unmute yourself.
It's on mute. It's not mute anymore. No, I have no comment on it. Very nice
You have
song.
no comment. Okay, so he did sing about a strong black woman, so we understand that
Nice
our
song.
mom was also a strong black
Very
woman.
nice song.
Empress, I know you're on board. You're also a strong black woman. And now we are looking for our musical director, Mr. Shiloh. Are you here, Mr. Shiloh? Charlie, did Shiloh drop off? Wow. Therefore,
Yes,
therefore,
yes,
he dropped off?
yes. Shiloh dropped off. He's there, but there's no mic and there's no camera.
Wow. Okay, so Shiloh, if you can hear us, you need to put on your mic and your camera so you can join in. We're coming to close to the top of the hour, whereby we have the musicians closing of the show.
you. Not I can just one more money.
Nadai, it's on you to give us some sweet
Okay,
music. Give thanks.
okay. Jah love is working. Be the light within. Everything will be okay. Let the day begin. Jah love is working. Jah work every step of the way. God in your heart through night and day. Love surround you shining so bright. Praise God, everything alright. Raise your voice and let you always hear. Continue soul, there is nothing to fear. Elevate high, elevated, we rise above. Brrr. Feel it breaking the shaking love. Jah, love is working. Be the light within. Everything will be okay. Let the day begin. Jah work every step of the way. God in your heart through night and day. Love surround you shining so bright. Praise God, everything alright. Feel the rhythm. Let it take control. Drop our lips and make it whole. Ha ha ha. To the heights and to the low. The love in you forever glow, glow, glow. Yeah, Mr. Jah, love is working. Be the light within. Other way to be the body way. Guiding your heart through night and day. Love surround you shining so bright. Praise God, everything alright. Ready vitality over here. Strengthen the soul, there is nothing to fear. Say every trial, every test, we rise above. Feel it and the in love. Jah, love is working. Be the light within. Yeah, bless it.
Rastafari. Anna, Anna,
But
Anna, Anna. Talented Empress.
well, Empress, is your evening. Empress Nadine is going to be one of our songstress for our concert on April 26th. So we welcome her from Jamaica. So we like to know her international. And I have my sister Donna on tonight. We do have Black Eye. He's also our treasurer from Local 26. He has very good voice, and I would love him to sing some I Win one day, but he told me he has to learn the song.
I'm not hearing you
And
properly.
we have Shiloh was on, but he is not available somehow, it seems. And I was really wanting Shiloh to sing that he's not going to rise up rocks and stones to praise Jah. So I am a little bit waiting for Shiloh to sing the song. But we are moving to the top of the hour as we move from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is Sadie Gomez of the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated coming to you live and alive.
I
Thank
have a
each and
question.
everyone who's here with me in the studio and who is also outside listening in as well. So I want
I
to
have
greet
a
each and
question.
everyone and be so thankful. Black Eye, you want to give us another song before we move and close off?
Question. A virgin was talking to me today, right?
Yes.
And he was saying to me, you know what he was you know what he was saying?
Song of a listener.
He
Yeah,
was
go ahead.
saying, yo, it's because they're not releasing songs like I Win. I'm gonna say word and he said, yo, you know we song I love. I'm saying we song you love. He said, I true them no grow proper. Too much blues cartoon and video game and too much so proper. And I was like, oh gosh. And you know, all them tune that like I Win is a prominent to Jamaica that stand out. You know, he's a treasure, one of Jamaica treasure. And I think they need to push, they need to start putting out some more music.
Well, you know what happened? They was taking up on all the slackless lyrics, and Vibes Cartel was making all the money and all the other dance hall. But soon enough, dance hall gonna come to an end because we have to get conscious music for the time that we are living in and to comfort our souls because so much is happening and people really need to listen to something to comfort them, to soothe them, something of truth. That's why Bob Marley music can still play today and still feel fresh as it was just yesterday. And he's been gone for over 30 years already. So we need that. Our soul, our spirit longing for that sort of vibration. That's why I know our concert that we are having is going to be filled with that kind of vibration. And that music that our soul longs for, that when we leave, we feel full, that something happened. So we like music to reach us in that way that we can be comforted because that high vibration it can be either productive or destructive. So we have to listen to music that brings on a certain vibration within our spirit rather than some music can make us feel so demonic as some of the music they bring, and next thing you hear, there was a fight and people kill each other, and they wonder what happened. It was merely the vibration because music is vibration, and we ought to use it in a positive way. So I give thanks to the musicians who come on, and we moving close to the top of the hour. I give thanks to see my sister come on as well. I thank you so very much. Empress Nadine, thank you with your beautiful voice. And Black Eye, for gracing us with your presence. You're part of the team. And of course, many, many thanks
Thank
as
you.
well to my engineer, Charlie, who's always here with us. As I was saying, I don't know where's Mr. Shiloh, but I want to thank also Desma for coming on. She's been very sister with us. She's
Thank
always
you.
sharing some good spiritual information. That's, we love you. And said I was looking forward to Mr. Shiloh. I didn't see him as yet. Is there anyone else who I'm not calling who's here with us? Shiloh? I thought I heard a voice, but me moving close to the top of the hour. Shiloh normally closes up with some sound. But if you're in the studio, Shiloh, it's the musical time, it's the musical few minutes that we're moving to the top of the hour. So just checking with you. We're running live and we don't want to waste too much time. I have an echo going on. Charlie, you hearing me talking like twice?
Yes.
A little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm here.
somebody is listening through their speaker and it's picking up to the other speaker, so you're getting a feedback and you're hearing
Okay, it's
things.
I,
Right.
I, I.
All
Yeah, that
right,
was.
Black Eye. All right. So, we're moving close to the top of the hour. I'm so happy everyone came up, but I was hoping that Shiloh would be here. So it seems that he's not with us to give us song, but Shiloh is part of the musical team for the concert that we are going to have on April 26th. The date is now April 26th. It's from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. We're going to have a jolly good time. As I said, I'm not part of the musical unit as far as singing. I can speak and I can pray and everything else, but I'll just be there. We have our MC is going to be there as well. And I understand we're having two big artists coming through, but I don't want to say anything. I wanted the musical unit to break this good news because I don't want to be the big mouth one talking, 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 talking. So when the other members of the musical unit are able to come on and tell us. But next week I'm going to bring the program on. So I'm going to show you the itinerary. So we'll have who's on and what's happening. It has been a very good evening for us as far as our local 26 is having this grand affair and we really want it to be spectacular. We hope it's a beautiful day, but we are going to have that vibration really, really flowing and a sweet spiritual vibration. Everyone going to come out dressed up nicely. We're going to film it. We're going to have food available as well. We're going to have dinner provided by our professional cook. And she will tell us, coming closer on to the date, what she's going to prepare for us. It's going to be at a very good price. It's going to be like $20 or under for dinner and